sherryfitzgeraldlettings.ie. At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we look after your property.
At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we'll look after you properly.
With more than 80 dedicated lettings experts across the country, we have the expertise, the experience, and the local knowledge.
With a commitment to quality service, we ensure a better experience for tenants and safeguard your investment return.
We look after your property.
We look after you properly.
Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings.
Let our experience improve yours.
Visit sherryfitzlettings.ie. At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we look after your property.
At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we'll look after you properly.
With more than 80 dedicated lettings experts across the country, we have the expertise, the experience, and the local knowledge.
With a commitment to quality service, we ensure a better experience for tenants and safeguard your investment return.
We look after your property.
We look after you properly.
Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings.
Let our experience improve yours.
Visit sherryfitzlettings.ie. At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we look after your property.
At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we'll look after you properly.
With more than 80 dedicated lettings experts across the country, we have the expertise, the experience, and the local knowledge.
With a commitment to quality service, we ensure a better experience for tenants and safeguard your investment return.
We look after your property.
We look after you properly.
Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings.
Let our experience improve yours.
Visit sherryfitzlettings.ie. At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we look after your property.
At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we'll look after you properly.
With more than 80 dedicated lettings experts across the country, we have the expertise, the experience and the local knowledge.
With a commitment to quality service, we ensure a better experience for tenants and safeguard your investment return.
We look after your property.
We look after you properly.
Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings.
Let our experience improve yours.
Visit sherryfitzlettings.ie.
You're welcome to Lakelands on the RFC TV for this live stream of round 17 of the Energy All-Ireland League, where Terenure College hosts Cork Constitution. I'm Podge O'Donnell, and this production is brought to you with thanks to Andy Brennan and Shane Moore on camera duty. It's very much the business end of the season, with one round of games remaining after today. This is going to have a huge impact on a race for the final semi-final spots. Terenure come in sitting on 4th, level on points with the visiting Cork Con in 5th, and there's an awful lot riding on what the scoreboard reads today at 80 minutes. From Terenure's point of view, a win goes a long way towards securing their place in the semi-finals. Con have a chance to leapfrog Terenure and take control of that final playoff spot, with Lansdowne to visit Cork next weekend. Even third place is completely not out of reach for Cork Con today. But really, this one today feels like a quarter-final. Both teams level on points with 9 wins over the last 16 rounds and competing for the same place in the top 4. And knowing that what happens here today goes a long way to divining how their season finishes. Alongside me today in the pitch side gazebo, as usual, is Des McCann. Des, it's a big one today.
Hey Podge, hello all. Yeah, no, it's massive. It's crunch time, as we know. Teams are strolling out now, but yeah, no, look, it's a biggie. Yeah. It's a biggie.
It's, I don't know, is it good conditions or bad conditions today? We seem to have 4 seasons in one day here over the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, like, honestly, we nearly lost the gazebo about 5 minutes ago, and now all the flags down at the back end of the pitch are flat. So, yeah, look, I don't know what way it's going. I prefer it, obviously, neutral, but yeah, no, look, it's looking good. Sun's shining.
And we're on the 4G here. Last time we were here, we saw an entertaining game of rugby. Last week, not so entertaining. Results did not go our way last week, Des.
No, that was a tough week. Do have to hand it to Lansdowne. They played well, but yeah, no, look, it was very frustrating at times. Every time we set something up, we just didn't get the momentum into it.
Let's take a quick look at today's teams. Paul Barr has made 4 personnel changes to Terenure team that took the pitch last week. In the front row, the 45 times capped Leinster hooker John McKee comes in for Max Russell for his 6th game of the season. Max was sure to add something off the bench. In the second half, he's covering back row today as Mark Nicholson returns to action after recovery from a nasty arm injury. There's a reshuffle in the back row. Recent Ireland under-20 international Ben Blaney starting at 7 in place of Dara Brooks, and Will Hickey returns to number 8 shirt after missing last week's game through injury. That means Harrison Brewer goes into the second row with Ushing Shannon dropping to the bench. There are changes galore in the back line. Casper Gabriel's versatility sees a move this week to fullback, with Adam LeGroux having to do with a stint among the replacements. Free scoring Aaron Egan returns at out half, with Ethan Riley shifting to inside centre. Craig Adams moves in from the right wing to partner the Perth man in midfield. Eddie Kelly makes a return to the side, slotting in on the right wing. And a big congratulations goes to Adam Chute, who makes his 100th AIL appearance today for the club. Quick look at Cork Con. Johnny Holland has made a number of changes as well to the team that defeated Nina last weekend. In the front row, Munster capped Academy hooker Danny Sheehan comes in for Billy Scannell. Luke Masters starts at tight head in place of David Good. Jack Keller, the Ireland club's captain and recently capped Northampton Saint trialist, comes back into the side and skippers the team at number 8, seeing a reshuffle in the back row. Peter Hyland moves to 7, David Hyland shifts to 6. In the back line, Rob Hederman returns a full back, pushing George Cumber out to the right wing. Johnny Murphy comes in at first centre in place of Owen Smith. Today's official is Max Weston, and we're away. Terenure start things off high, restart taken well by Cork Con, takes play up to the 22. Ball is at the base with Adam Marr, puts up a box kick, and Will Hickey straight into the action with a good take and a good carry. Griffin Culver finds Aaron Egan at 10 today, finds Casper Gabriel, lovely flat pass to Craig Adams. Craig Adams has support in Eddie Kelly. Eddie Kelly, could he have finished it? And he's taken play right into the 22. Quick ball for Culver. John McKee skipped. It was with Ethan Riley at 12 today. And he makes a good carry, sucking in some defenders. Egan using Marcus Hannon. And Terenure building some early pressure. Griffin Culver organising things. Culver finds Ethan Riley, little dummy, tackled well, sucks in 2 or 3 Con defenders, and Terenure come around to the right. Will Hickey's got his hands on the ball about 4 or 5 times in this early exchange. And Culver with John McKee in this week after Leinster duty adds a lot to the front row. And Harrison Brewer, the support comes in. And Terenure going through the phases. And Ben Blaney tackled by 2 or 3 Con players. Sean Rigney hit hard, 2 or 3 Cork defenders pushing him backwards. And Culver, he's going to go to the left, he has a little break himself. And Aaron Egan bundled away into touch. Des, early pressure from Terenure right from the start. Do you think Eddie Kelly could have got in there if he backed himself?
Yeah, look, there was a bit of room on the outside down the tram line, but he kind of shaped to go back in and got back outside. But yeah, look, great pass from Casper to push it out there. Casper's now moving his shoulder a little bit, but
having him at 15 adds that option of a second playmaker coming into the line.
Does. Yeah, no, it does. But again, you see that defence against us, they're shooting up very, very quick. Very quick. I think we need to have some runners in there, get some backdoor passes out there, and as you say, hit Casper with a long pass then out.
Yeah, so first scrum of the day. Cork Con front row, Mark Donnelly, Danny Sheehan and Luke Masters. Danny Sheehan capped once by Munster. Munster Academy players, played a lot of AIL rugby over the last 2 seasons. And front row of Marcus Hannon, John McKee and Adam Chute making his 100th appearance in the AIL today. Great achievement for Chutzy. Adam Marr to feed. Ball's at the base of Jack Keller. They'll probably play 1 or 2 phases and look to exit.
Good scrum.
And ball taken up by Johnny Murphy in the 12 shirt. That's messy enough ball. Terenure decide to fan out. And Cork Con decide to play, setting up. So there's the kick, it's away, it's under Casper. Gabriel has it, he'll have a look. He steps off his right and he's tackled well by George Coomer. Terenure support, get there, he'll go down the blind side with a couple of rumbling forwards. And Culver.
Off.
John McKee. John McKee through the middle again. And play brought into the Cork Con half. Slow ball. Culver's going to put one up. And that's a great take. I think it was by George Cumber over there in the right hand.
They have numbers here.
Adam Marr. And Sean French with the carry, and Con coming back down the right. Look at what wide pass, and so there's Con going through the phases here. They're not kicking the ball away. There must be a bit of a wind out there, is there?
Yeah, the wind is definitely going from left to right as you look at it. So we have the wind advantage going into the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah, we'll probably see the wind here. Adam Marr lining up a box kick. And it's a short box kick. Casper Gabriel doesn't get there. It's scrappy. And there's numbers out wide for Con. And a kick goes through. And it's with Aaron Egan. Aaron Egan, he's going to need support. The support comes in. And some good work on the ground there by Craig Adams, securing possession. It's Will Hickey. Will Hickey.
Eyes up, Finch, eyes up. Foot pressure.
It'll be a Griffin Culver box kick. Hangs it up, it goes long. And it's straight down Aidan Moynihan's neck. He does well. He links up with George Cumber. Cumber's away. He's found space and tackled in by Casper Gabriel. And it looks like a turnover, but referee Max Weston gives the penalty to Cork Con. Des, what was that for? Hands on the ground, was it?
It looked like Harrison came in and wouldn't. He hit the ground. Yeah. I just think Ego had time to put that ball back down.
Yeah.
It was 2-on-1 there. So we need to react a little better in there. Like, it needs to put it back down. Casper as well at 15. Like, he kind of had a couple of options early, but he just kind of decided to take that on. We just can't do that. We need to either move it or put it down back in.
Yeah, now
in their half.
This early entry to the 22 for Cork Con. Cork Con's line out is absolutely deadly this season. So going into the game, Terenure would not have wanted to give easy entries like this, and the maul has gone down and it was sacked well by Terenure. So Cork Con are going to have to build some phases here. And Johnny Murphy takes play up. He's hit hard by, I think it was Marcus Hannon in there. Yeah, it was the number 1 jersey. So Cork Con going through the phases. Mark Donnelly with the carry and quick ball here. It's with Sean French. Sean French hit hard by Will Hickey. And Ternure's defence looking good so far. Plenty of numbers in the tackle. Mark Donnelly hitting hard, put backwards, and slow ball. Mar has a go himself. The door is closed by Marcus Hannon.
It's 2 big hits from Marcus Hannon.
Yeah. And good feet by Rob Hederman. And Aidan Moynihan picks and goes down the blind. Gets good purchase on that carry. Quick ball for Mar. Mar skips Donnelly and hits Jack Keller. Ball back. One big second row there. Michael Foy, former Irish 20 international, Munster Academy, with the carry. And Danny Sheehan, it looked like a bit of crossing there. So Terenure lucky, but good defence for Terenure.
Yeah.
Kind of forced that crossing. Yeah. A couple of big hits in there, as you mentioned, as Marcus Hannon.
Yeah.
Laying down the law early doors.
Yeah, big time. He's always up. He's always early on the tackles. He's always first up, putting the big hits in. He sets the tone. And that's 2 massive big hits from him now, putting a big drive in. But good defence there. Good chat, good defence.
Casper Gabriel brings play just in front of us here. There'll be a line out just inside the Terenure half. Casper Gabriel's left boot. A useful too. John McKee in. Lots of caps for Leinster. He's played really well for them. Probably one of the best third or fourth choice hookers around. This is his 6th appearance of the year in the AIL for Terenure. Line out set. Sean Rigney up quick. Are all over him.
Reeve closed hand.
Griffin Culver with the break. He's away. He's got support. It's with Eddie Kelly. Eddie Kelly's quick and he's tackled well by the scramble defence by Cork Con. Culver comes in, tries to secure the ball, and there's hands in on it. Hickey throws I don't know what. Yeah, it wasn't flat. It was a forward pass. Yeah, there's like.
Yeah.
You gotta have patience there. That's a wild pass.
Yeah.
Plenty of numbers and.
On that poach, what were you looking for more? Were you saying?
I thought you were a tackler, okay. So you got to let go and then the ruck was formed. But you listen.
I just couldn't hear you, sorry.
All good.
And you've got to be more clinical than that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But look, do you know what? The opportunities are coming.
Yeah, exactly.
The attack phase, we're breaking through those tackles.
Yeah.
We just need that second phase. That's Eddie now, about Eddie Kelly on the ball twice.
Yeah.
Just not enough space to use his gas. In fairness, good defence on him there, but we really need to secure that ball there as you say, patience, get set, 2 phases, suck them in, and it's as easy as that. Podge.
Yeah. Terenure seems to be getting a good bit of purchase through the middle of the rucks.
Yeah.
Griffin Culver got through, and there was a couple of carries earlier on, so that must be something that they've noticed, and are Cork Con likely to fan out and to just test that and suck in a couple more players.
But that's where their defence is. It's about rushing up. It's about getting in up amongst that back line. Yeah. And they're leaving holes then in the centre. So, now we're keeping them honest there, so we might have a little bit of room.
A couple of other games around AIL. We'll be keeping an eye on the Any Score app as usual. So it's going to be a Cork Con scrum when we resume for that forward pass. Adamar to feed.
They're going to have to work out of here, Podge. It's that wind.
And steady scrum. Adamar has a look himself. And Rob Headerman tackled well. Ball to Aidan Maher, very experienced out half. He's been around many years now. And he hits the big Sean Duffy in the second row. 2 massive men in the second row for Cork Con. And Cork Con have to play a couple of phases. You just see the strength of that wind. It bounces up for Aaron Egan. Aaron Egan electric on his feet. 10 tries this year. Sean Rigney secures possessions with Griffin Culver. He skips Chutzi and it finds John McKee. John loves to carry ball. Casper Gabriel, little dink over the top, and will it sit up for Chris Cosgraves? He has to use his left foot, and and it look like a little knock on. But that's the option you're looking for, Des.
Exactly.
Yeah, that keeps the defence on their toes.
There's loads of room at the back there, and he was just unlucky not to get that.
Yeah.
In fairness to him, he got on his foot first, and just a little bit of a knock on there.
So Terenure in the early 15-20 minutes, asking a lot of the Cork Con defence, and 12 minutes gone the clock here. This is the 3rd or 4th scrum.
So that just puts their defence like that. Now they have to either hold their ground and not fan out as quick.
Yeah.
So now that keeps them kind of honest a bit. So that's perfect stuff coming in from Ego there at 10.
Yeah, dual playmakers in the Terenure backline with Aaron Egan and Casper Gabriel, and you're seeing it there. Yeah, so the referee resetting it. Bit of an early exchange, it looks like.
Again, I think they're going to have to work to get out of here, given that wind.
Yeah, you'll probably see a couple of phases and then the boot. Adamar to feed. This is with Jack Kelleher. And Con go to the right. It's with Aidan Moynihan. Moynihan. Sean French, I think it is, on the short line, and links back up with Adam Maher. And what an attack here. It's Highland. Highland takes play into the 22 and he loses it, and it's with Griffin Culver, and he puts boot the ball and he gets a good bounce and brings play just outside the 22. But whoa, that was good. Cork Con having to play and using the scrum platform to that was a great attack.
It was a great attack. I don't know what happened there, but it was too big of a hole. I don't know what happened, whether it was somebody just didn't get out or it was the wrong call on defence or something, but that gap was way too big.
Yeah. It's Danny Sheehan to throw. Cork Con's line out. Loads of options. Has been very, very steady this year. And one at the back by Foy, and a missed tackle there, and the box kick goes up. We can just see that wind. It's short, and Condon under it, and Eddie Kelly secures play. That's a fantastic tackle by Eddie Kelly with no scrum half. Luke Claw into play. Clausey finds Marcus Hannon, puts the head down, sucks in 2-3 defenders, and he's still going forward. And you see that again, Luke Clausey through the middle of the Cork Con ruck. It seems to be a play they're using, something spotted during the week in analysis. Ben Blaney hit hard by Johnny Murphy. Ball with Culver, finds Aaron Egan. Egan flat play, flat pass, and it's a good fluid attack by Terenure. Brewer with the short line and slowish ball. Griffin Culver sets it up. It looks like it's going to be a box kick. They're not going to play too much Terenure, and they're just going to use the wind, and Casper Gabriel is up and under that.
It's good, it went back.
Comes back on the Terenure side.
Actually a knock-on call.
And Culver down the left, he's got numbers. Will Hickey, inside pass, finds Marcus Hannon with Sean Rigney, and good offloading, keeping the ball alive in contact. And Culver, it's going to slow things down a little bit, and uses Egan. Egan backs himself, and he's that little half break, and the pass sticks is with John McKee, and the referee brings it back for a forward pass, but there was an advantage to Terenure. Well, that's great rugby to watch, Des.
Yeah, look, great play. We're lucky there. I think we're playing the first knock-on from Con on that challenge up against Casper.
Yeah. Challenge in the air.
Yeah, no, it was great. A great challenge. Went back, but
he gets such hang time when he goes up,
yeah,
Casper Gabriel, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. In fairness to him, just unlucky with those final passes going forward. But I think we need to get a few points on the board here with that wind.
Absolutely, yeah.
We will have to defend it that second half, but yeah, look, I think it's sticking well. Ball's moving well. Backs are coming in well. We've had 2 or 3 chances now where we've just got defended, but let's start converting them.
Yeah, and this breaking player, we'll just give a couple of shout outs. I know there's some people watching or tuned in. Shout out to all the crew down in Foam. James Lina was in there this morning, and he's tuning in. He can't get down to the match.
You think the boss would let him?
Yeah, he's a tough taskmaster.
Tough task
Stevie Foam. Another shout out to James Gaffney, who's tuning in all the way from Dubai, and also to Donald Murphy, Maho, and all the crew out in Portugal who travelled out there to lose a load of golf balls. So we'll start with a scrum here to Terenure. Knock on in the air. Some good phases a couple of moments ago, and just a forward pass and bringing play back.
Again, scrums have been solid. Now I know we've been. I think is this our first scrum?
It's our first to
so
feed into anyway. Yeah.
Let's see what Con do here, if they're going to challenge it a bit. But we have a nice platform here. Good part of the pitch.
Ethan Riley with a big carry, blows a couple of Con players out of the way, and his quick ball for Aaron Egan. He sucks in 2 defenders. Gabriel in to secure. Terenure to left, Harrison Brewer. That hard line, he runs them all the time. As with Chutzi, 100 capped today. Finds his front row colleague Marcus Hannon linking up well. And John McKee staying strong on his feet and sucking in 2 or 3 players. He's going to have to find the ground, and he does. Marcus Hannon with the short line, and Connor all over that ball, and it is a turnover by Michael Foy. So it'll be a penalty to Cork Con. They're probably going to slow things down here. They've had to do a lot of defending early doors in the first 15 minutes. Aidan Moynihan with the kick and brings play just up to the halfway line. And we'll take a look at a couple of scores in the AIL, Des.
That's my job.
That's your job.
Got it.
I'll do it this time for you.
Thanks.
Young Munster 5, St Mary's 3, and it's 7-all in the Aviva back pitch. Lansdowne versus Clontarf. 14-0 early lead for Ballynahinch against Old Belvedere. UCD leading 10 points to 7 in Nina. So Danny Sheehan to throw into a pretty substantial wind. Wind barreling down the pitch here, and Sean Rigney gets up. Danny Sheehan cleans up the knockdown ball. Terenure trying to bring him into touch, and the ref is there just about keeping playing field. Jack Keller carries, takes 2 or 3 defenders, hit back hard, and Terenure flying into that. A lot of counter ruck, a lot of pressure for Adam Maher. Slow ball, and he puts up the box kick, and it's under Eddie Kelly, and Eddie just can't get there and knocks it on, and he does well to tackle, and Danny Sheehan has possession and just again staying in, doing well. Danny Sheehan in the tram lines, and the touch judge has his flag up now. The touch judge has his flag up, so they're going to bring play back. It looks like Dan Sheehan put a foot in touch, and he looks like he's injured himself in that exchange as well. I was almost certain he was out here, Des.
Yeah. There's a bit of niggle going on there now, but obviously a difficult ball to kind of manage when it was swirling around up there for Eddie. I thought we were quite lucky there. Could have been a lot worse.
But this
Harrison now is getting stuck in here.
But there's absolutely no point in this.
No. So look, line out.
Yeah, I don't know what we're starting. I don't know what we're going to go back to. Is it a line out? The touchy had his flag up, so
touch.
So expect it'll be a Terenure line out. John McKee has the ball in his hands there, and so the referee having a word with both skippers. Well, I'm not sure if it's both skippers. It's Dave Hyland and definitely the Terenure skipper, Luke Clossy. There'll be no love lost between these two teams, especially after All-Ireland League 2 seasons ago. Cork Con winning comprehensively in the early contest at the start of the season. So these two sides know each other very well.
Yeah.
And there's a lot on the line today, of course.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's it's quarter final.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rugby, to be honest. So look, two hard teams always coming up against each other. But I think we've got a line out. Now it's critical we win this, get that platform out, and get a good exit out of here.
Yeah. Adam Chute just getting some running repairs on his left arm there, and it'll be John McKee to throw. Sean Rigney won the first line out. He got up to disrupt the Cork Con one, and he does. He's up in the air. That red scrum cap is so noticeable, and Terenure likely to play a couple of phases and then put boot the ball, use that big wind. Griffin Culver calling in some forwards to set that platform. He's going to hang up a box kick into that big wind, and he won't be happy with that. That's just gone straight out and brings play up to the 22. So not using the wind advantage there, Terenure certainly not. Dan Sheehan to throw. So Sean Rigney got up in front of the jumper the last time and got a hand onto it. He'll be looking to do the same. Both hookers are really going to have to use the front jumpers here today. The wind's so strong. Be risky business thrown to the back.
Could have got a bit more yardage out of that boot.
Absolutely. And it's right to the back of the line. It's a great lineup by Cork Con, and it's outside the 15.
Looks like he's held up.
So so great work there by Adam Chute. Adam Chute getting in and strangling the jumper and keeping him from hitting the deck. So great work by Adam Chute. 100 cap today, Des.
Yeah, fair play to it's a great milestone.
Yeah.
He's 99 more than me.
Yeah, and certainly, yeah. I'll have to check that, Des.
No, well, South Africa.
Yeah. It's not easy done getting 100 caps, and he's such a stalwart for the club.
Do you know what? He's been playing some of his best rugby in the last couple of seasons. We've got a we got a very good strength coach. S&C coach came in and really kind of injected a lot of life into the lads from a fitness point of view. But that was a brave line-out throw. Yeah. I know we held it up, but it was some serious darts there, given that wind.
Yeah. And Chutzy back in to do what he's so good at, scrummaging. Griffin Culver to feed. Both teams locked out there. Culver dropping back, and it's with Will Hickey. Will Hickey in great hands, sets Eddie Kelly away, and he's done well to. And there's a couple of high tackles in there, and Jack Keller is going to have to be lucky. Yeah, so Eddie Kelly did really well there, and he kind of got hit twice high in that. Stepping in off your right foot is risky business. The referee just going to have a word with him there, but it's a great break by Griff Culver and good hands to get Eddie Kelly away again. 3 good breaks by Eddie Kelly.
Yeah.
Former Ireland Sevens international, enjoying his rugby here this season in Terenure. And Eddie Kelly down just getting some running repairs from Richie McDonald, the ever-serving Terenure physio. He's also your physio as well, Des, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Yeah. That won't be a big job now.
Massive job.
Ball with Casper Gabriel. Going to use his left boot here to bring play down into the Cork Con 22, if possible. And you use the conditions.
23 gone. Okay. Tennis just stay away with Casper, okay?
Yeah, Casper Gabriel playing a 15 today. Today's versatile player. He gets a good bit of distance there on the kick to touch, just outside the Cork Con 22. And John McKee set. Hey, Rich. Yeah, good.
Is he on his own today, Podge?
He is, yeah.
Is he?
He's all on his own today.
He had a bit of help last week.
Sean Rigney up in the air, wins possession. The maul is set. This is a good line out with McKee. John McKee has the ball at the base and still rumbling forward. Will Hickey in to add his weight, and it looks like Terenure are going to have to use it. Culver, Con very quick off the line. Ethan Riley gets lots of attention, and it's a quick ball here for Culver. It's with Will Hickey. Will Hickey puts the head down, runs over the top with Johnny Murphy, and Culver has it. It's with Sean Rigney. Sean Rigney uses his hands, so does Harrison, finds Ben Blaney, brings play into the 22. And quick ball here. It's with Will Hickey again. So mobile, so dynamic, carries a lot of ball. Rigney on an arcing run, sucks in 2 or 3 defenders, put back on the ground. It's with Culver. Culver goes to the left. Hickey again, he seems to be absolutely everywhere in this phase of play. Sean Rigney puts the head down. And Terenure going to go wide. It's with Aaron Egan. Aaron out the back door to Ethan Riley. Ethan Riley still going forward and pops the ball up to Casper Gabriel. So Rigney throws a pass out. Will Hickey does well just to hold it. Probably not necessary, that little pop. And John McKee with a carry. Culver. And it's intercepted. Sean French has it. And he gets it out the back door to Rob Hederman, or to Coomber, but it hits the deck. So another attack comes to nothing for Terenure. So Adam Marr kicks the ball away and
not
into touch. It's with Egan. Egan throws a pass to Casper Gabriel. Going to have a drop goal with the left peg, and it just goes to the right and wide. Not a bad option, Des.
No, not a bad option.
It'll be 22 dropout.
We just need to. They're just up so fast in that defence, like that intercept. We just got to keep.
Yeah, well, I think if you're to be overcritical, I think Terenure sometimes are overplaying.
Yeah.
Just throwing that last pass that probably isn't on. We saw in that phase Sean Rigney with a kind of a risky pass earlier. And then Harrison trying to get the wider players away. It'll be Ed Moynihan. He'll be kicking into a gale almost, but he gets good purchase on it. It's under Will Hickey. I don't think Will's going to pass this. He's going to put the head down, and he runs straight into Jack Keller. It's with Marcus Hannon. Hannon with Egan. Could have been crossing. Lucky enough. And Ethan Riley comes off his left, and he's linked up with Griffin Culver. And Griffin Culver, will he get there? No, it looks like he's just short. He's one go at it, and he gets the try. And Griffin Culver is in for a try after maybe 15 minutes of extended pressure by Terenure, and great work by Ethan Riley, stepping off the left and linking up well.
Claw was on his, I think he popped up the claw there.
Yeah.
But Ethan Riley at 12.
Yeah. Was Claw got the try?
Claw got the try, yeah.
Griffin Culver, great work by Luke Clossy, linking up with Ethan Riley, and that's a badly needed score from Terenure.
Needed that. Yeah, needed that. There was a lot of pressure on. Again, came from their defence coming up, and Ethan, being the type of 12 that he is, just understands not to give it and just takes it on.
Yeah, he's very good at decision making. So that's 7 points to nil. Try by Clossy, converted by Chris Cosgrave, whose boot has been very steady this year for Terenure. So Ed Moynihan to start, kick into this will hang up in the air. What's on the clock, Des?
Can't see it there, just having a look.
Yeah. So Ed Moynihan, he'll have to give this a good dig, and it's after hitting the deck and that wind playing havoc, and Griffin Culver, I think it's Griffin Culver just got there. And Terenure are going to have to do a lot of work to get out of here. Will Hickey is going to couple of carries just to try and open up an angle for a box kick, and it's with Casper Gabriel. He throws the left leg at it and brings play just to the 22. But I know it's easy to be critical here, Des, but the wind is playing havoc under the high ball.
Yeah, it is, but it kind of fell between the two lads. Somebody needed to just put a name on it.
Yeah.
But I think that's how we're going to have to play in the second half, putting into that wind.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So Dan Sheehan, early opportunity after a fantastic Luke Clossy try for Con to get on the scoreboard. Line out's not too easy, and Harrison Brewer looks to go up, and ball is won. Ball's with Danny Sheehan, and he breaks away, and a tackle by Will Hickey around the ankles, and Johnny Murphy, Marcus Hannon with the chop tackle, with Jack Keller into his opposite number 8, Will Hickey. That's going to be a ding-dong battle all day, and Cork Con go to the right with Mark Donnelly getting his hands on the ball, and it's with Danny Sheehan. And a soft penalty there for Cork Constitution. So an opportunity for them to either go to the post, which won't be an easy kick, but I expect they're going to put this down into the corner and go to the line out maybe. Was that for not rolling away, or what was it? Des, what do you think that penalty is for?
I'm not sure. I think
it was not rolling away.
Yeah. I think they're going for the corner here.
Yeah, I think they are. That'll be a tricky kick into that wind.
We need to kind of keep them out here now as we head into towards the break.
That's a lucky kind of escape. That kick seemed to not go where it was directed and play just on the 22. So a bit of space here for the Terenure defence. Could have been easily stuck on the 5 metre line. So Connell still have a bit of work to do with this maul, and the line out goes up, and it looked a little bit crooked, and it was crooked. So put the line out, and that could be a common theme here today, Des. That wind is just relentless for the hookers, but it's important to get up this year and compete, because if you don't get up, it can be a crooked throw.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But look, it was a brave decision going for that with that wind, going for the corner, and going for. I think they were trying to hit 4 there on the line out. In fairness, Riggs has been shooting up at 2 and has been disruptive there. So
they've had to go to the back.
Had to go to the back, but we need a good exit here.
Yeah. Griffin Culver to feed. He's played every game this year for Terenure, the Kiwi. And you expect Ethan Riley to get his hands on this ball and run a hard line. Yeah, there he is. He steps off his left and he goes straight over the top and links up with his centre colleague Craig Adams. Good exit through the middle again. Ben Blaney takes 2 or 3 players to take him down. And there's a penalty for Terenure. Looked like a high tackle. That's the second one today. And it'll give Casper Gabriel an opportunity to use that big left boot and bring play down into the Con 22.
I would say Casper would nearly go for posts here. The way he's looking at that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you'd have to ask him twice. He'd probably love to have a dig at that.
Don't take too much out of it.
No, that's a big boot.
Oh, it's a beautiful ball.
Play right into the 22, just on the 22. This is a good platform for Terenure now to.
3 minutes to go here, so it's if we can convert this bit of pressure into points.
Yeah. And we've a burglar, Des. Tom Walsh is in the comms box here eating her jellies. Tom, stay away from them jellies.
The big line out here, Podge.
Good line out.
Big one here now.
John McKee to throw. And it's dummy with Rigney and Luke Clossy. And there's a set play here. Brings Ethan Riley. Ethan's been deadly so far with ball in hand. And go clean out by Terenure. It's with Harrison Brewer. Harrison gets the offload to Adam Chewett. There's hands all over it, and Terenure's slow there to the breakdown, and it just gave an opportunity for, I think it's Michael Foy again for his second turnover of the game.
Do you know what? I thought they were unlucky there. I thought they had hands on the ball, but I just didn't think we didn't protect it enough there. I thought Con were unlucky not to get that penalty beforehand, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Aidan Moynihan with the kick. And it's so hard. It's really hard for them to get any purchase on a kick here today. The ball almost blown backwards. And Danny Sheehan will have his work cut out again now in the line out with that wind. They'll have to go to the back. Harrison Brewer trying to get up. A scrappy ball. It's tidied up by Adam Marr.
Yes.
And that's a turnover to Terenure. I don't know who it looked like Harrison Brewer got his hands on the ball. Was it Harrison? So
Claw had him.
Luke Clossy. So Casper Gabriel jogs up, going to put this into the corner. And he does well. He brings play just up to the 5 metre line.
Right, need to convert this now.
Yeah. Terenure maybe 3-4 opportunities in the first half, deep into Cork Con 22, not converting. A couple of minutes left in the first half here, 7 points to nil to Terenure. Early try by Luke Clossy, converted by Chris Cosgrave. Hannon giving the instructions to McKee. As up at the front with Sean Rigney. That safe ball. Ball is back with McKee. Terenure working to keep the ball in play, and it's moving towards, and the Clossy has to hit the deck. It was moving into touch. Culver finds Ethan Riley. Con quick off the line. He runs straight into Aidan Moynihan, Johnny Murphy.
Yeah, offside penalty, playing a free shot.
McKee with the pick and go brings play right up to the line. Culver. Terenure going through the phases. Everyone's out to the right hand side. It's with Ben Blaney. Ben spins And quick ball for Culver. Culver has a little dummy in and go himself. Good option there. Connor shooting up off the line. Penalty advantage still. It's with Casper Gabriel. He's going to leave it to one of his forwards who gets over the line, and that's a try for Terenure. Just waiting to see who it was.
Claw.
And it's Luke Clossy. Luke Clossy with his second try. And that's good work from the Terenure pack. Showing good patience there with the penalty advantage. And we think this is going to be half time, the last play.
I'd say that's last play, Paul.
Yeah, so that's going to be it for the first half. 12 points to nil. Des, any scores from around the grounds? As Chris Cosgrave lines up the kick. Okay. Andy Brennan, our man on the cam here and on text, says there could be about 4 minutes left. Yeah. So.
Hang on here.
Yeah, so Chris Cosgrave lines up. We think there could be a couple of minutes left.
No.
Clossy with the try, penalty advantage, and Cosgrave lines up the kick, and it's over. So 14 points to nil, advantage to Terenure, and we think there's a couple of minutes left to play.
One and a half minutes.
Yeah, we hear 1.5 minutes left. Minute and a half play. So Moynihan to kick into that gale. Last time it found the ground, and there was a bit of trouble in the Terenure defence as a result. So it'll be looking to get an aim on the ball here and get a. And it goes long, and it's over Clossy's head again, and that's 2 restarts in a row that Terenure haven't dealt with, and it gives advantage to Cork Con straight off after the try. So that's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether Eddie's not deep enough, but that's pretty poor.
Yeah. So
We need just a clean line out here now and just secure it and get it out.
John McKee getting good purchase from Rigney, getting up early in the throw jump, and ball one, and it's Will Hickey. Will Hickey carrying. He's such a good option to get you out of trouble, Will Hickey. So it's with Griffin Culver. Griffin Culver sets up the box kick, and he gets good purchase on that one and brings play up to the halfway line. There'll be a bit of time left on the clock, I think, to play this line out. Cork Con going to the shortened line out, 4-man option. Mark Donnelly comes with the call to Danny Sheehan. Jack Keller at the back. That's a good line out win. It's off the top to Maher. Maher finds Moynihan. Moynihan finds Highland. It's with Johnny Murphy and Con going down the right hand side here, putting a bit of width on the ball, and Terenure defence is up to it, and there was a knock on, and that'll be half time. So 14 points to nil for Terenure at half time here in a windy Lakelands. 2 tries scored by Luke Clossy, converted by Chris Cosgrave, and all to play for still in the second half, and we'll be back to you after a quick break.
At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we look after your property.
At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we'll look after you properly.
With more than 80 dedicated lettings experts across the country, we have the expertise, the experience, and the local knowledge.
With a commitment to quality service, we ensure a better experience for tenants and safeguard your investment return.
We look after your property.
We look after you properly.
Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings.
Let our experience improve yours.
Visit sherryfitzlettings.ie. At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we look after your property.
At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we'll look after you properly.
With more than 80 dedicated lettings experts across the country, we have the expertise, the experience, and the local knowledge.
With a commitment to quality service, we ensure a better experience for tenants and safeguard your investment return.
We look after your property.
We look after you properly.
Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings.
Let our experience improve yours.
Visit sherryfitzlettings.ie. At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we look after your property.
At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we'll look after you properly.
With more than 80 dedicated lettings experts across the country, we have the expertise, the experience, and the local knowledge.
With a commitment to quality service, we ensure a better experience for tenants and safeguard your investment return.
We look after your property.
We look after you properly.
Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings.
Let our experience improve yours.
Visit sherryfitzlettings.ie. At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we look after your property.
At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we'll look after you properly.
Welcome back to the action here at Lakelands. Terenure with a 14 points to nil lead over Cork Con. And Terenure will be playing into a massive gale. The wind is going to be a big factor here. 2 tries in the first half by Luke Clossy, converted by Chris Cosgrave. And we see it looks like a change in the Cork Con team with Mark Skelly coming in. That's going to be into the back row. We'll just have a look to see who's gone off. It'll either be Highland or a Kelleher. So Aidan Moynihan to restart. It's up under Eddie Kelly. Terenure had a bit of difficulty dealing with these in the first half, but that looks to be dealt with
Much better.
Yeah, much better there by Terenure. So Terenure are going to have to play a lot of rugby in this half because the wind is just barrelling down from the Cork Con end towards the clubhouse end here at Lakelands. Culver puts up a box. You can see it just absolutely hangs in the air, and Adam Chute gets a hand to it, and it's with Casper Gabriel. Looked like a high tackle there, but ref says play on. This is Aaron Egan. Aaron Egan to Ethan Riley. Ethan throws a pass out to Chris Cosgrave. He's been quiet. It's his first time, I think, on the ball in the game, and he's done well, stepping off his left. Marcus Hannon gets his hands free, gives it to Luke Rigney. Chewett gives it back to Ethan Riley. Ethan Riley was devastating in the first half. And Hannon, Will Hickey. Will Hickey does well to hold on to that. And play slows down here. Griffin Culver looks like he's going to have another go with the box kick. And he gets a bit of distance on it.
That's a good ball.
It's under Aidan Moynihan. Moynihan holds it well. And he's taken by Craig Adams. And Harrison Brewer's all over the ball. And the referee says, play on. And Marr finds Dave Hyland. Dave Hyland is with Adam Marr again. And Heatherman steps into 15, gives it Johnny Murphy, puts his boot to it. It's with Aaron Egan. He deals with it well, and he's off on a little mazy run.
We need to get the ball out of here. Put it wide.
Yeah, Will Hickey sucking in a couple of defenders, and Terenure have a bit of an overlap here over, and Chris Cosgrave is screaming for the ball if he can get it. I don't think it's going to come to him. Culver puts up a box kick. It's just a lottery. And a bit of width here from Cork Con. Pass goes to ground. It's with Aidan Moynihan. He puts his boot to it and turns Chris Cosgrave. And it's not dealt with. It's gone out by Aaron Egan. The touch just doesn't put his hand up, his flag up, and brings play just outside the 22. But looked like a bit of a knock on. But Aaron Egan got away with it, I think.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. We just managed to keep it in.
Yeah. Yeah, and it looks like Mark Skelly has come on for Peter Hyland in the Cork Con back row. I think that's an injury replacement.
So frantic start.
Frantic start, yeah. It's going to be tricky to exit. That's what we've learned, Des, in the first couple of minutes. Line out one by Foy at the back line out. And finds Adam Marr. Marr brings Coomber in off his wing. And Harrison Brewer's got his hands on the ball, and that's a turnover. And Will Hickey using space. He finds John McKee. John McKee puts the head down, and it's knocked on in the contact. Con put width on it. It's with Hyland, and that's a great tackle by Ethan Riley, and it's Mark Skelly in at half time. So Cork Con going through the phases, going down the blind. And the Terenure fence is getting off the line quickly. But a bit of momentum in the attack here. Mark Skelly with a second carry in this phase. And it's with Moynihan. Moynihan finds Sean French. Sean French finds Rob Heatherman, and Rob Heatherman's over for the try. So 14 points to 5 with the conversion to come. And early attack for Cork Con and a try to Rob Heatherman. Terenure may be playing a bit too much, Des, trying to get away out the blind there, and John McKee was turned over in the tackle, and just shows you can't give Con any advantage.
Yeah. He was unlucky. He rode the first tackle and just spinning on the way out. Your man just kind of got him and just pulled the ball. But a lot of rugby we're going to have to play here. We're going to have to defend a lot here.
Yeah.
It's a tricky enough kick.
Yeah, tricky kick here.
Yeah.
Moynihan.
We're just dead in line with it now, so we'll see.
Deadly off the tee, and it just
He's missed
hits
it.
the post. So 14 points to 5. About 10 minutes maybe played in the first half.
So just a few scores there while we're waiting for the kickoff. Thanks to any score app there. Mary's 13-5 up against Young Munster. Lansdowne moving on to 19-7 up against Tarf. 21-12 to Ballinhinch against Belvo, and 28-31 to Nina against UCD. It's a high-scoring game. So yeah, look, some scores. Lansdowne doing well against Tarf there.
Yeah. And Casper Gabriel to restart. About half time there, Marty Doyle. We checked in with former Pres Marty Doyle, and
Yes, his son Jack Doyle is in New York working at the moment. How are you, Jack? Hope all's good over there.
yeah. So Casper Gabriel restarted, and the ball is with Adam Marr. He's having a look down the blind side, and Cork Con going through a couple of phases. Big wind at their back. Terenure's defence is set here. Adam Marr to pop up a box kick. It goes up, and Eddie Kelly's under it, and he just did okay.
Eddie did.
And it was a knock on by Cork Con.
Yeah.
So it'll be a
Eddie did
scrum
well
to Terenure.
there.
Yeah, Eddie did well. He got turned, and he's going to get. I think that the Terenure back three are going to see a lot of them in the second half.
Yeah, I thought he put a bit more depth on that. It looked a little shallow, but our back three are very deep, obviously, with that wind. And look, we're well set there, with Casper in the middle, and you've got speed on the outside. So if they do go deep, at least we got to start making a move and start using the space. I think the key here is now not to start pushing it too early. Get some phases in. And suck in some of that defence, and then look for the outside.
Yeah. Fair Cork Con did well in the first half, playing into that wind with that tactic.
They did.
Culver to feed. Scrum goes down. Scrums have been good so far, Des. It's been fairly even Stevens in the battle of the front rows.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it looks like both are just kind of using the scrum as platforms. There's no one pack really trying to kind of show the other. So it's getting the platform right and getting it moving.
So Culver to feed again, the scrum reset. All the Terenure players lined up to the left. It's a good attacking platform. Culver finds Ethan Riley. He goes back to Culver. It's wrapped around Aaron Egan. Aaron Egan throws a pass. Casper Gabriel does well. And he's taken down on the tram line here. Culver. Sean Rigney has his hand up. He's looking for supporters there. It's with Rigney. Rigney pops it back into Will Hickey. Will gets over the top of Johnny Murphy. Still going, Will Hickey. Referee says that's okay. He wasn't held. Culver. Ethan Riley. Riley uses Adam Chew. Chew takes 3-4 defenders to take him down. And Riley again. Riley throws a pass out to Craig Adams. Craig Adams has a bit of a goose step, and he's still going forward. Quick ball for Culver down the right. It's with Eddie Kelly. Eddie throws a pass out. I think to Ben Blaney. Blaney taken down.
5 is off. More touchy!
Sean Rigney to as with Aaron Egan. Egan finds Ethan Riley. Riley finds Craig Adams. He's going to straighten up. He comes off his left, and the support is there to Chris Cosgrave. Will Hickey brings play into the Cork Con half. Aaron Egan puts a little dink over the top. It's inviting Casper Gabriel, and it's knocked on by Casper Gabriel, but probably a really good option there just to keep the Cork Con defence honest.
Yeah. Sorry, I lost the run of myself there.
Yeah,
I just feel the back line, not the back line, just the defence in Cork Con are just, they are playing on the line, slightly over the line if I'm honest, and it's getting frustrating for the lads, but look, it's some good play, staying up in their half.
Yeah. There's people tuning in from all over the world here, Des.
Okay.
Shout out to Robbie, watching all the way from Marbella. I think that is
he
Robbie
over there
Dillon,
getting surgery on the shoulder that he did? He did this amazing. He perped himself against Spain.
Forgot you guys were playing against Spain.
And he perped himself. So I think he's recovering in a bit of heat.
Warm weather training.
Warm weather recovery.
He wasn't poached by the Spanish. Has Robbie any Spanish DNA that the Spanish national team are trying to poach?
All you need to do is just take a good look at him. I mean, sallow skin.
Yeah.
Come on, Robbie.
Another shout out, not as far away as Marbella, but probably all the way in Rackgar. Shout out to Brooks and Lucy, who are watching from the comfort of their apartment. That would be Brooks, Carl O'Brien's dog.
Yeah.
Carl, who is on the panel here on the first team, second team captain. So shout out to them.
And we've John Bertie, who's in the hospital watching the game at the moment. I hope you're enjoying it there now. Just keep relaxed and don't get over enthused.
Yeah.
So we have a penalty here, Podge.
Yeah, Casper Gabriel
good ball.
brings play into the 22. And a good opportunity for the Terenure attack here. Line-out's been going well, and John McKee's going to have his work cut out here, thrown into that line-out. Sean Rigney's won plenty of ball at the front, expect it to go to him. And that's what it goes. He just wins it in time. And John McKee has the ball at the base of the maul, and he has a little break. He's going to need some support. Support comes in, and Griffin Culver does well to get the ball out. Will Hickey throws it, a bad pass, and that attack comes to an end. And a box kick. Casper Gabriel's going to have to cover a good bit of ground here, and he has it. And he steps off his left. He does well just to buy you a little bit of time. He gets out of the 22 and brings play forward. Cork Con shooting into that ruck. And Marcus Hannon, the carry. Griffin Culver organising things. It's really difficult to get out with that wind blowing down the middle of the pitch. He'll pop up a box kick and he gets a good bit of distance on it and hangs up in the air. And Max Russell's into the action. Max tackles Aidan Moynihan. And Mike Foy gets the ball out the back door, and it nearly finished up in Chris Cosgrave's hands. And Ethan Riley with the tackle. Sean Duffy, and things have just got a bit scrappy here. Des, the ball hitting the deck all over the place, and Jack Keller tackled and brought down. Connell reset to go down the blind. A little chip kick through. It's with Eddie. It's with Casper Gabriel. Gabriel finds Aaron Egan. Aaron Egan has a bit of space to work here.
Keep coming.
He has Craig Adams. Craig pins the ears back. He's on his own, and he links up with Chris Cosgrave. Chris Cosgrave steps off his left and gets the offload. It's with Griffin Culver. He's looking for support. He finds it. It's with Will Hickey. Hands will do it. John McKee. Max Russell. Oh. And that's unfortunate. Super play by Terenure. And Max Russell just a little bit unlucky there, and probably thinking a phase ahead of getting the pass away. So as we take our breath, Des.
Well, so in fairness, that all started back when Casper with the long kick, in fairness to him, came off his left, took it up. Again, some really strong kind of set up play. Really good connecting in there, and I see Max Russell again is back in on systems. Really good. I was celebrating that try there.
You were. You absolutely were.
I absolutely was. But look, do you know what? We're still up in their zone.
Yeah.
We're putting all the pressure on. I don't think their kicks have been good.
No.
They haven't put too much pressure on. And look, if we can still play in this area, but in fairness, Con are defending well. Yeah. We're still gonna have to work hard to get these points in.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see Max Russell's in for. Could be. Is it Will Hickey still there? I think it's been. Yeah, I think Max Russell's in for Luke Clohessy, with Ben Blaney shifting to 6.
Yeah.
Luke scored 2 tries in the first half. He's been carrying a bit of a shoulder injury into almost for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. He's
so
had very little time to recovery now,
No.
but
yeah. So Adam Maher to feed, 14 points to 5. Con playing with a massive gale at their back, and
it's a good
that's scrum pressure in from Terenure. It'll be interesting to see what the referee does here, and he says a reset. So it looked like the advantage there in the scrum to Terenure.
I think Terenure needs to do the same here now, put a lot of pressure on this scrum.
Yeah. Don't want to give them a penalty though either. It could be an easy out. Halfway through the second half here, 14 points to 5.
Yeah, no dominance at it.
So Adam Maher to feed, huge pressure on the Con scrum the last time. Will it come again from Terenure? Ball is in, pressure's on. That's a good scrum by Cork Con. And Adam Maher finds Moynihan. Right footed kick down to Casper Gabriel. He traps it expertly, and he's got options. He throws a dummy, and he's weaving his way into the Con D. Ball set up, and Will Hickey through the middle of the Con ruck. Culver sings a pass out to Eddie Kelly. Eddie, sometimes I think he doesn't know what he's going to do himself, and he's brought play just outside the Con 22. Max Russell into the action, takes 2 or 3 players. Top tackler this year so far for Terenure. Egan whips a pass to Harrison Brewer out in the centre channel, where he's well able to
We
play.
have numbers there.
Aaron Egan has numbers outside him. And Harrison Brewer with the spin, links up well with Chutzi. Chutzi finds Max Russell. Max, and ball's gone back to Con here, and things just breaking down for Terenure after a couple of phases. Forcing that last pass again, maybe.
Yeah, look, unfortunately that was Max Russell again, but he's just, he just needs to kind of just calm down a little bit. I'm just hearing the last shout now, patience. Patience is the key here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's correct. Patience. 2 or 3, 4 more phases, and you break them, you know.
I mean, they've bodies down all over the place.
Yeah.
We just have to keep doing the same thing. We don't have to force it.
Yeah. You see Adam LeGroux into the action for Eddie Kelly. Eddie's done very well today. He's been electric when he's got the ball in his hands. So bit of more experience into that Terenure back line. Adam LeGroux, he's played in every match this year. Absolutely worlds of experience at this level. He's going in on the right wing. Yeah, so Mark Skelly, who came in at half time for Peter Hyland, just getting a bit of attention. And 14 points to 5.
Just do a few scores here while we've got a bit of time down. We have Mary's 2019 up against Munster. Lansdowne 19-12, so Tarf becoming to claw back a little bit there. Ballinhinch 26 points to 12 against Belvo, and Nina 28 points to 38 points to UCD.
Yeah.
So bit of movement there now, second half. Tarf coming back a little bit. You were saying they've rested a few players this weekend?
Our old favourite Jordan Coughlin is on the bench this week for Cork, for Clontarf. So
okay. Well, hurry up and get on there and just get a few points up against them, will you please?
Come on,
Thanks
Jordan, will you?
much.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see now if we put a bit of pressure on this scrum just to upset that platform.
Yeah.
Don't make it easy for them to exit here.
Adam Maher feeds, and good scrum by Con, and it's with Aidan Moynihan. Aidan Moynihan to Sean French. Sean French slings a pass out to Condon. And Condon on the left wing there, dealt with. So Terenure defence. It'll be a box kick here, looks like. Adam Maher to use the conditions. Big wind at his back, hangs ones up, and it's under Casper Gabriel. He deals with these in his sleep, it seems, and support in from Adam LeGroux in off the right wing. Big carry by Chutzi. And slow ball.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's patience, you know. We don't need to force anything here. Let's just keep going through those phases.
Yeah.
With no penalties.
Oh. Ethan Riley. And with Griffin Culver. He's calling Sean Rigney in to lengthen the ruck, and he pops up a big
good
box
ball.
kick. And Casper Gabriel's under it and seems to be knocked forward. It'll be advantage. And Max Russell fighting hard on the ground for the ball, so knock on. It'll be a scrum to Cork Con. So scrappy enough, couple of phases there. When the ball goes up into the air, it's hard to deal with in those conditions.
Yeah, and you know what? We're getting good height on it, so we're getting good hang time, and it allows us to get under it. But you know what? There's a lot more patience there, and we're just saying that like we don't need to force this.
No.
Just keep it simple, suck them in, and then we'll just get breaks and we'll get edges.
So a Con player down getting attention. I think that was. We'll just take a breather. Shout out to club sponsors Grant Thornton and Sherry Fitzgerald. None of this can happen without sponsors. Des?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And don't forget, we've got the club draw. I think it's next week. I'm actually going to win that, by the way.
Are you?
Yeah,
Have
100%.
you laid in heavy? Have you?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, good
I've
man.
invested. So yeah, if you can, I know the graphic will be up on the screen where we can scan your tickets. But yeah, no, do get into that. It's a really good draw, great prize.
So Aidan Moynihan with the boot. Bring plays up to the Terenure 10-metre line, and this is a good chance for Cork Con to get back into the action here and mount another attack. Danny Sheehan to throw. It's not taken at the back by Foy. It's a scrappy ball, goes to the ground. It's with Jack Keller. And knocked on by Dave Hyland. So Will Hickey has the ball. He is Culver. Egan with Casper Gabriel. He does the right thing. He puts a little chip through, and Craig Adams on it. Craig gets a boot to it. It's a foot race. And will it pop up for Craig Adams? It does. And he's going to need support. The support comes in, and it's just a little bit late, and Con defenders on it. But good option with Casper Gabriel, keeping everyone on their toes there.
Chris Cosgrave is pulled up on. He looks like his hammy there.
Yeah, he is. So Chris Cosgrave will need a bit of attention.
So what will that be?
Yeah, it will be. You've got now Adam LeGroux or Conor McKeown. So Conor McKeown might come in.
Yeah.
I hope he's not in the wing though. You won't be putting Conor McKeown on the wing, Des.
No. As good as he is.
As good as he is. You'd expect Conor McKeown to come on and you could slot in a 10 and move everyone out one. Or
no, Eddie Kelly's coming back on.
Forgot about Eddie. Yeah, Eddie's back in.
LeGroux coming in on left wing.
Yeah. I think Legs has gone to we go to left wing. Casper Gabriel stay a full back.
Casper did well there. I thought that was the right thing to do.
Yeah,
in fairness
absolutely.
To him.
Yeah. So Aidan Moynihan.
Oh, he put it back. That's not a great kick.
No, it's a tough angle for a right footer, but Dan Sheehan to throw. Now Cork Con's line it hasn't been going great.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So look to settle things down in the line out. Huge pressure, and Harrison Brewer gets up and gets a hand on it, but it falls on the Con side, and they bring play forward. So Adam Maher sets up a box kick, and it's going to be tricky, and Adam LeGrew into the action, he deals with it well. Gabriel into support, and the Terenure forwards fly into that ruck. Max Russell, Max with the carry, and there's numbers out here on the left if Terenure use it. Marcus Hannon, the high tackle there, kind of a seatbelt, and Griffin Culver's not hanging around, he goes. Cork Con not 10, so that's good work by Griffin Culver. Yeah, and that's a yellow card for Sean Duffy for the high tackle, and Griffin Culver did well there, Des, because when you're playing into a hurricane like this, getting those extra yards really make a difference, because the kick to touch is just not as easy as normal. So balls with Casper Gabriel, he'll go down the line, and Cork Con down to 14 players for a high tackle. Sean Duffy's going to go to the bin, and Casper buries one into touch.
And no, you're right, Podge. I think Culver, like we've got to keep challenging them now.
Yeah.
You know, we've definitely got the edge on them in attack, right? So we've just got to challenge them in that all the time. They're beginning to make a few bad decisions, giving away a few penalties,
forcing things a bit as well.
Forcing things. That's where the pressure is. They've got to do a lot of work here. They've got to come in and get some scores in. So.
Yeah, so let's see if Terenure can turn the screw with the man advantage. Sean Rigney at the front, and dummies on him, and he goes up the second time and wins the line out. Max Russell's in to secure, and the ball will be back with John McKee. The maul is set, it's going forward. Terenure need to be disciplined here. McKee breaks away, sucks in two. Culver's going to have to clear out that ruck, and Rigney's in a scrum half. Max Russell, Max with a bit of fire in his belly, brings play forward. Adam Chewett, Centurion, 100 caps today, rumbles forward. Culver finds John McKee. McKee throws a bit of a shimmy, sucks in two defenders, and Terenure coming back down the blind. Harrison on a dummy, and it's with Aaron Egan. Aaron straight into contact, and Max Russell with his hands on the ball. And Terenure showing that patience in attack that we asked for, going through the phases. Ethan Riley, Ethan puts the head down and does what he does best, goes forward, but he's turned over, and it's with Dylan Hicks, who it looks like who's come into the action. There's a knock on there by Cork Con, so Cork Con got the turnover, and Dylan Hicks, I think it was, who's just into the action, knocking the ball on. So advantage to Terenure here to scrum, in a very, very, very good position for an attack.
I thought we were unlucky there the way they got that steal. But look, good platform here now. Let's see what way they're lining up here. 14-15 on right hand side. Ethan Riley's on left.
Well, there's loads of options in attack here. You've got Aaron Egan, Casper Gabriel, and Ethan Riley all can do a job of 10. So
good to see Adzi take that. That's a difficult ball that he got under there. So good to see him there take that, set it up nicely.
Casper Gabriel's looked really good at fullback today, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's been really, really solid there. And you know, he's had a good bit of time on the ball. As I said, I don't think their kicks have been great.
No. So scrum just one of the front rows coming out of blocks a bit early there. They'll have to reset. Yeah, so 14 points to 5. Two tries in the first half by Luke Closley. Luke has gone off. Max Russell's into the action, and Terenure have kind of had the run of things here in the second half so far, but the final pass is just not clicking, and they kind of, it's a Culver to feed. It's a good scrum by Terenure, and Griffin Culver makes a little break. He brings Ethan Riley into it. Riley hits Craig Adams on his quick ball, and it's with Aaron Egan. Aaron Egan had nobody really outside him, but he pops the ball back into Ben Blaney. Terenure going forwards. Will Hickey with the pick through the middle. Terenure have got good purchase from that today. Slower ball now. Casper Gabriel in a scrum half. He finds John McKee. That's a safe bet. Brings play forward. 45 caps for Leinster for John McKee. Worlds of experience. And Max Russell bringing play forward. And Craig Adams, he's on his own. Can he fight and get over the line? No, he's taken just short. So all the play out to the right. Marcus Hannon bringing it forward another yard or two. And Max Russell in to clear out that ruck.
Needs to just get set here now. Not. We have penalty, free shot here.
Ref advantage and gives the penalty.
Slow down.
And a pick and go by Ben Blaney, and that's a big hit in on Ben Blaney, and it looked very high. And I kind of just hope Ben Blaney's all right after that. That was a massive hit.
Yeah, he ran in, didn't make any attempt to hinge, so there was no hinge in there whatsoever. Now obviously they don't have the benefit of TMO here, but you know, so it's real time. But
we'll give them the TMO opinion I'd say on this one, Des.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andy Brennan says here he'll do TMO on this one if needed, but whoa, it was a big hit in on Ben Blaney from that tap penalty, and he's getting a bit of attention, but he seems to be okay.
He got
bit of blood,
in the face there, so I mean, it was obviously head on head there.
Yeah. So ref having a bit of a chat with the touchy. And Cork Con already down to 14 players with Sean Duffy in the bin, so I expect it could be yellow minimum here, would it be?
It's minimum yellow, but technically it's a red.
Yeah.
But as I said, the ref won't really get to be able to get a close look at it. It's gone red.
It's gone red. Okay, wow.
Red card.
So that's a red card to. Did you get a number, Des, on who he's giving it
number
to?
One, red scrum cap.
Mark Donnelly going. Yeah, Mark Donnelly with the red card for the high hit. So probably maybe 5-6 minutes left for maybe on the bin. But that's going to see Mike Coogan into the action, and Con will have to take another player off. So Con with it all to do here, down to 14 players for the rest of the match, and currently down to 13 with Sean Duffy in the sin bin for a high tackle as well. So yeah, and that sees Oisin Shannon into the action as well. Oisin probably come into the second row. And Ben Blaney gone off after that, so Oisin Shannon in and Harrison to the back row. Oisin has been playing out of his skin the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he has.
After coming into the first team shake-up, growing week on week.
Taking a scrum here.
Yeah, I suppose you would with the man advantage or the two-man advantage. So
hopefully that's not. Hopefully not too bad of concussion or on the head. Hopefully it's just a
bloody nose.
Taking them off. But yeah, look, big set play here.
Yeah, so
are the lads they're golfing, are they, or did they bring golf clubs? Do they bring golf clubs now, or do they just leave them in the car in the airport?
Maho and the lads.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're at over there.
Right, okay.
But I'd say they're losing plenty of golf balls anyway.
Got to play golf to lose golf balls.
And there you go. Yeah.
Okay, big set play here.
Go on. Yeah. Come on, bye. Shout out to Glenn Hines as well. Glenn is watching from afar as well. So that's a big scrum by Terenure. It's kind of turning, it's messy, and it's a try. Try to Terenure. I'm not quite sure who got over the line. It looked like Will Hickey. Will Hickey with the try from that scrum. It was kind of messy, but that's the third try for Terenure. With a conversion to come, pretty kickable conversion. That's 19 points to 5.
Yeah.
Will Hickey with the try.
So 1 minute left in the bin there, Podge.
1 minute in the bin.
So we capitalised well.
Yeah.
With the men down.
Casper Gabriel to try and add the extras. And the wind, you see the wind. Craig Adams in to hold the ball for Casper Gabriel. So that's the third try for Terenure. Gabriel gets the extras. 21 points to 5 with, I'd say, 8-9 minutes maybe left to play. 8 left, did we hear? 8 left. So Terenure hunting down a 4 try and a bonus point, which would be really important in the playoff shake. Aidan Moynihan to restart. Con won't go away lightly. They'll fight to the death. Conor McKeown in a scrum half, right boot, and just see the strength in that wind.
Okay.
Con trying to take it quickly. You kind of have to take it from the mark, I suppose. But so Cork Con down to 13 players. Sean Duffy in the bin, and Mark Donnelly, who received a red for a high tackle on Ben Delaney. So Dan Sheehan to throw. 8 minutes on the clock. And
the ref's going to get a bit annoyed here.
Yeah, Con delaying it. Throw comes in. It's won by Mark Skelly. It's gone to the ground. He's given a pen. Taken down in the air. So you're expecting Con to go to the line here, try and get a second try, stay in the fight. They'll close the minutes. Sean Duffy back in, out of sin bin. So 14 players for Con, 15 for Terenure for the last couple of minutes.
See, we've got our man of the match poll up there. So we've got Ethan Riley, Sean Rigney, and Luke Clohessy.
Yeah.
So post your votes there, guys.
So Billy Scannell into the action as well there. So Cork Con firing an early response and getting the try. So it's not done and dusted yet.
That wasn't a try.
No?
No.
It wasn't a try?
No, it was turnover.
Oh, all right, okay, I've lost it here as well.
Yeah, you have, Podge.
Yeah.
Come back to us.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Des.
No problem.
So ball with Casper Gabriel. It wasn't a try. He's going to try and kick into this really strong wind, and he does that very well with that big left boot and brings play.
Great kick.
Outside of 22. So you turn your line out. They're just having a quick chat.
Captain.
21 points to 5. Terenure 3 tries. Luke Clohessy with 2 of them. Will Hickey with the other. And this to start. With Conor McKeown finds Ethan Riley, runs so low, so hard to take down, and Will Hickey through the middle.
Don't.
And if Will Hickey isn't on the pole for a man of the match, he probably should be. He's been unbelievable today. Craig Adams in at 13, throws a goose step, finds Adam LeGroux. Adam. There's a knock on as a signal there from the referee. Scrum to Cork Con, knock on.
Just over 2 minutes, the ref said there.
2 minutes to go. Scrum to Con. Louis Kahn in at scrum half for Cork Con. In for Adam Marr. It's a scrappy scrum, and Terenure just want this to happen really quickly and try and get that 4th try. Clock ticking away here. John McKee having a word with the ref. He's not happy about something in that scrum and expect Terenure to throw the kitchen sink at this. Pressure on and ball is in and out. Louis Kahn finds Ed Moynihan, finds Sean French in the 13 jersey. Sean taken well and Terenure all over that ball. And I think Aaron Egan gets the turnover there. That's great work on the ground by Aaron Egan, I think, getting that turnover. So Terenure going to go down the line here. Casper Gabriel will look to bring play as close to the Cork Con line as possible with that left boot. Casper, and we reckon there's about a minute left, so this could be it for Terenure. Ball with John McKee. Mark Nicholson into the action. Mark hasn't played in a long time. He's been out with a nasty arm injury. It's great to see him back into the action. And John McKee coming off for the last couple of minutes.
So where we are in our man of the match, our poll is Ethan Riley is just pipping at 47%, Riggs 35%, and Luke Clossy 18%. So keep them coming there, guys.
I don't agree with any of that. I still think Will Hickey's the man in the match. Democracy's great and everything, but yeah. Line out one by Sean Rigney. And the maul goes forward. I think it's with Mark, and it's just gone down. So Terenure lining up outside. It's with Oisín Shannon. Oisín puts the head down and gets forward. And it's gone down the blind. Max Russell has Harrison Brewer with support, and ball pops out. Conor McKeown does really well there, and he links up with Luke Rigney, who's into the action, and that's that. So that brings the end of the match. Des, who's your man of the match?
The winner is Ethan Riley.
Ethan Riley, okay.
Man of the match.
Well done, Ethan Riley. And
well done, Ethan.
21 points to 5 win for Terenure here. UCD to come next week in Lakelands, and we'll hopefully see you there.
At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we look after your property.
At Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings, we'll look after you properly.
With more than 80 dedicated lettings experts across the country, we have the expertise, the experience, and the local knowledge.
With a commitment to quality service, we ensure a better experience for tenants and safeguard your investment return.
We look after your property.
We look after you properly.
Sherry Fitzgerald Lettings.
Let our experience improve yours.
Visit sherryfitzlettings.ie.